Now, all my intelligent investors, all my bogleheads, Peter Lynch, Random Walk Down Wall Street, all my long-term investors, the people that follow me, we already know this. But a lot of people, they don't know, and they're going to blow their accounts up. When the stock market opens April 7th, they're going to blow their portfolios to bits. Because a lot of these people, they're reallocating, they're rebalancing, they're jumping around, they're selling low. They bought it high when the market was up. They bought it. Now they're selling it low, and they're trying to get into value stocks and dividend stocks. They're blowing up their portfolios. We're going to talk about it after this clip from Vlad and TK Kirkland. Shout out to Vlad and TK Kirkland. I played a clip before in another video, but they touched on a lot of things on this video. Look how important they stress emergency funds.
Don't matter. And I tell people in your 20s, your 30s, or 40s, you think people care. In your 50s and 60s, you realize nobody gave a fuck.
Well, yeah. I mean, nobody cares about the things you have, and the things you have are not all that important, but having a financial base,
Yes.
having a disaster is going to come in your life.
Absolutely.
Okay? I guarantee it.
You guarantee it.
The person who's watching this right now, I don't know you. I've never met you, and I never will. But I guarantee you that a disaster
is coming.
Yep. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year. But within a certain number of years, there's going to be a major disaster in your life. It might be a health problem. You might lose your job. You might go through an ugly divorce. Someone might steal from you. You might have a bad accident. We don't know.
We don't know.
But it will happen.
It's coming.
I don't know anyone that lived their life without any sort of major disasters at some point.
I agree.
And at that point, when you have your money right, it's going to go so much smoother.
Absolutely.
Oh, my God.
Yes. And I tell people, you want money for war.
Yes.
War.
Because a war is coming.
A war is coming.
A war is coming.
And you have to finance it.
Yes.
You better be ready.
Yes, a war is coming and you have to finance it.
You have to finance it.
Right.
To win.
Right. And if you don't have the finances, you're just going to lose.
You're going to lose. Bottom line.
That's it.
That's the perfect analogy.
There you go.
Yeah. What do I always say? When something will always go wrong, okay? Now, a lot of these kids, they live with their parents. They eat in their parents' food. They got nice cars in the driveway. They don't even help their parents out with no rent. They living in a room asking permission, can they bring a chick over? But they know all about the markets, okay? So I got this comment, right? I don't get them often, but these are the people, when you make like a thumbnail about a lot of these scammy influencers, a lot of their followers, sometimes, not that they don't have as many anymore, because a lot of people have gotten barbecued over the past 5 years following them, but you'll get people who are still stuck on stupid. Take a look at your 401k balance. Everybody's down. You're still making money in the market on short term, so you're a degenerate. You're still gambling. You were one of those people that were stressing, I ain't got calls, now you're doing puts. What about your calls that are expiring? What about your calls? What about you getting stomped out, not in profit, okay? All your calls expiring. Now, I have a question. Why would I check my 401k balance at the age of 44? I'm 44. You can't touch that money until 59 and a half. And if you do touch it, you're going to pay hella taxes and you have to claim that income on your taxes. Why would I touch that money? Why would I even look at that money? I'm trying to leave that money to after the age of 59 and a half. I'm trying to leave that until like in my 70s when you got to take RMDs. I want that to be able to grow for like the next, 26 years growing in the market. You know what could happen in 26 years? Now, you get a lot of these influencers. A lot of them are starting to spread this rumor. Now, it is partially true, but not fully true. They're not telling the whole truth, okay? The markets 100% rebound. They always rebound from the lows, partially true. But what they're not telling you is, what about when it takes 8 years for it to rebound? Yeah, during the dot-com crash, it took 8 years for the markets to get back to what they were in 2000. And then right when they got back, they crashed again with the housing market crisis. So it took 6 years after that. So that's 14 years for the market to rebound completely. Meaning, if you were 50 years old, you had to wait till you were 64 years old and have the stomach not to sell, not to keep reallocating, not blow up your account. It took 14 years for it to get back to 2008. Pretty much, it went up 8 years, right? To 2008, crashed, and then took to 2014 to get back to where it was in 2008. So that means in 14 years, the market was literally destroying people's wealth. What's going to happen is, I just want to show you something. The average 401k balance is $272,000. That means they take the highest portfolios and the lowest, and they put them all together, and that's 270 something, right? But a lot of portfolios have 80 something thousand dollars in them. Let's do some math. If you make $50,000 a year, right? $50,000 a year. A lot of people may think $270,000 is a lot of money. You 64 years old. The average person these days with modern medicine is living into their 80s and 90s. If you make $50,000 a year, that money is gone in 6 years. What do you think inflation is going to be at that time? Right? What do you think inflation is going to be? By the time you get to 64, whatever age you are, what do you think the inflation is going to be? What do you think the market's going to be? We don't know. So this is why I've always stressed, before you even start getting in the markets, now, very few people are going to do this. The 1% of thinkers, the people who are the bogleheads and the frugal people, we already got this down. We're going to have savings. We're going to have low to no debt. And then we're going to invest in index funds, meaning a broad-based S&P 500 or total stock market or VT, a world market. You want to have your money invested in international index funds, emerging markets. You're not selling out. Real investors, when the stock market opens Monday morning, we're just going to sit back and watch people destroy their wealth, because people are literally setting themselves behind 10, 20, 30 years. When you sell out of your 401k, you either got to work way more to contribute, right? Because if you sell out at a loss, you literally have to be there longer, or you got to contribute more. Now, when people get to 200 and something thousand and you 64, you're vastly underfunded. You either invested the wrong way, or you didn't add enough money, or you didn't contribute. There's only like 3 or 4 reasons why you don't have enough money for retirement. You're gonna run out of money. That's the worst thing that could happen. You're gonna outlive your money. Now you're gonna have to go back to work in your 70s, or you're gonna have to keep working and never retire. Stop listening to a lot of these 20-year-olds up here, these 25, these 30-year-old people that don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. And stop listening to a lot of these influencers that will be long gone. Whenever they destroy your portfolios, they disappear because somebody in their family got sick, and then they come back and they switch their whole investment strategy. Over 5 years, they've changed their investment strategy so many times. Go back to the videos they were making in September. I'm serious. Go back to the videos that they were making over the summer and in September. They had people buying Tesla at highs, MicroStrategy, Palantir, NVIDIA. They had people buying Bunk, Dog with Hat, Shiba Inu. And then when the markets crashed, now they're telling you to buy great dividend paying companies, value stocks. What's happening right now? You're locking in a lot of those losses, and during the next bull market, they'll go back to their old tricks. Listen, you ain't got to believe me. It is what it is. It's your money. I didn't help you make it. I can't tell you how to spend it. My future is going to be straight. We good over here. We good. Pickup trucks paid off. All our toys are paid off. We got rental income. We got index funds. We got dividend portfolios, pensions, 401ks. We good. The only thing we worried about is how many more vacations we're going to try to squeeze in this year. Because when your money's right, you can kick back, relax. And when emergencies happen, things will happen. You could take a breath and go, you know what? I prepared for this, because what can go wrong will go wrong. Hope you made it this far. Think about subscribing, joining the channel. The only person who's responsible for you when you get older is going to be you. No regrets. Get it.